When your dog sleeps with you, do you actually know what they're trying to tell you? Sure, it feels warm and comforting, but behind that closeness, there's something much deeper going on that most owners never pick up on. Every position, every movement, every breath your dog takes next to you is loaded with meaning. And if you ignore what they're really saying, which most people do without realizing it, you could be missing the most honest form of love they know how to give. Let's start with what their sleeping position is really telling you. 1. Your scent literally calms their brain down. Did you know that just the smell of you changes what's happening inside your dog's brain? Not in a poetic way, in a literal, scientifically measurable way. A study from Emory University put dogs inside an MRI scanner and exposed them to different scents. Strangers, other dogs, food, and their owner. Out of every single scent, the one that lit up the reward centre of their brain the most was their owner's. Not food, not other dogs. Your scent triggered a reaction in their brain that's closely tied to love and emotional attachment. So, when your dog buries their face into your pillow, curls up on your side of the bed, or pushes their nose into your neck at night, they're not just getting comfortable, they're self-soothing. Your scent lowers their heart rate. It reduces their cortisol levels, which is the hormone tied directly to stress and anxiety. Being close enough to smell you is literally their version of feeling emotionally safe. And this is why dogs who sleep in a completely separate room sometimes develop anxious behaviours. It's not about being spoiled. It's about being cut off from the one scent that tells their nervous system everything is okay. They're not being dramatic. Their biology is wired to need that connection. But here's what's really going to surprise you. There's one thing your dog does at bedtime that goes deeper than anything else I'm covering today. And most owners have no idea what it actually means. I'm going to get to that one at the end of this video, and honestly, it might change the way you look at your dog forever. 2. They're not cuddling, they're protecting you. What if that warm, cozy moment at bedtime isn't really about comfort at all? What if your dog has a completely different reason for being that close to you? Here's something most people don't realise. When your dog presses their body against yours at night, there's an ancient instinct driving that behaviour. Dogs are pack animals, and in the wild, sleep is the most dangerous time. That's when predators attack. That's when the pack is at its weakest. So what do? They sleep together, body to body, so they can feel each other's movements and react instantly if something goes wrong. Your dog is doing the exact same thing with you. They're not just snuggling, they're standing guard. You are their and when the lights go off and the house gets quiet, their protective wiring kicks in, whether you need it or not. They don't care that you live in a safe home with locked doors. Their instincts don't work that way. To them, you're vulnerable and they're not going to let anything happen to you. And the beautiful part, they do it so quietly, so naturally, that most owners just think their dog likes to cuddle. They do. But the reason they like it is because keeping you safe literally makes them feel like they're doing their job. It gives them purpose. It gives them peace. So next time your dog pushes up against you in the middle of the night, don't just see it as affection. See it for what it really is, a promise. And hey, if this is already making you look at your dog differently, hit like and subscribe so we can get this video to more dog lovers who deserve to hear this too. 3. They can feel your stress while you sleep. Have you ever noticed your dog suddenly moving closer to you in the middle of the night for no apparent reason? Maybe they shifted positions, pressed their body against yours, or even placed their paw on your chest out of nowhere. That wasn't random. That wasn't random. They were responding to something happening inside your body that you weren't even aware of. Dogs can detect changes in your chemistry in real time. When your cortisol levels rise, when your breathing shifts, when your heart rate changes even slightly, they pick up on all of it. Their sense of smell is up to 100,000 times more powerful than yours, and they can literally smell the chemical shift that happens in your body when you're stressed, anxious, or emotionally unsettled, even while you're asleep. A study published in PLOS ONE found that dogs can detect human stress through scent alone with over 90% accuracy. That means your dog doesn't need to see your face or hear your voice. They can smell what you're feeling. And when something feels off, their instinct isn't to ignore it, it's to get closer. 4. Their sleep position is telling you something big. Have you ever looked at the way your dog falls asleep next to you and wondered if it actually means something? It does, and it means more than you think. If your dog sleeps curled up in a tight ball against your side, that's one of the most instinctive positions a dog can choose. It goes back thousands of years. They're protecting their belly, their most vulnerable spot, while keeping themselves warm and safe. But here's what matters. They're doing it right next to you, out of every corner in the house, every bed, every spot they could pick. They curled up against you. That's a dog saying, "You're my safe place, and I don't need anything else." Now, if your dog sleeps belly up, paws in the air, completely sprawled out next to you, that's a whole different level. That position means total unconditional trust. A dog would never expose their stomach like that unless they felt zero threat in your presence. You're not just their owner at that point, you're their safe place. And here's one most people miss. If your dog sleeps facing the door or positioned between you and the entrance of the room, that's not random. That's a guardian position. They're literally placing themselves between you and anything that could come through that door. They chose that spot on purpose. 5. They actually sync their breathing to yours. Have you ever been lying in bed completely still and suddenly realised that your dog is breathing at the exact same rhythm as you? That's not a coincidence. And once you understand why it happens, it might be the most intimate thing you've ever learned about your dog. Your dog. Research in the field of animal behaviour has found that dogs unconsciously synchronise their physiological rhythms with their owners. Heart rate, breathing patterns, even stress responses. When you're lying next to your dog and you start to relax, your breathing slows down, your heart rate drops. Without even trying, your dog begins to match it. Beat for beat, breath for breath, for breath. This is something scientists call interspecies physiological synchronization. And here's what makes it so remarkable. This kind of mirroring was previously only documented between mothers and their newborn babies. That same deep biological connection that helps a newborn regulate their body by being close to their mother is the same thing happening between you and your dog when you fall asleep together. They're not just lying next to you. Their entire nervous system is tuning itself to yours. When you're calm, they're calm. When you breathe deeply, their body follows. It's like their biology is saying, "Wherever you go, I go, even in sleep." And the most beautiful part, they have no idea they're doing it. There's no thought behind it, no decision. It's completely involuntary. Their body just naturally falls in sync with yours because it's a level deeper than behaviour, deeper than training, deeper than anything they could control. They are bonded to you in a way that most people will never fully understand. 6. They picked you, and it means everything. Remember at the beginning of this video when I said, there's one thing your dog does at bedtime that goes deeper than any position, deeper than protection, deeper than comfort. This is it. In a house full of people with couches, dog beds, blankets, and every comfortable spot available to them, your dog walks past all of it. They walk past every option, and they come to you. Every single night, they make the same choice. You, that's not habit, that's not convenience. That is a decision, and dogs don't make that decision lightly. Studies in canine bonding have shown that dogs form what behavioural scientists call a secure base effect, which is the same type of emotional attachment that a child develops with a parent. Your dog doesn't just enjoy your company, they need your presence to feel emotionally regulated. You are the person who makes the world make sense to them. And when the day is over and everything gets quiet, the only place that feels right to them is wherever you are. And here's what really makes this hit different. If you live with other people, you've probably noticed that your dog doesn't split their time evenly. They choose. They might love everyone in the house, but at night, when it really matters, when it's time to feel safe and let go of the day, they go to one person. And if you're watching this right now, there's a good chance that person is